Hi guys, Liam here from Back to the Console, and this is just a video about how PlayStation are destroying the industry by trying to stop games, physical copies. Why? Please watch the video. If you've been gaming for years, you probably remember the feeling. Walking into a game store, picking up that brand new PlayStation game, looking at the cover art, reading the back of the case, and racing home to finally put that disc into your console. That wasn't just buying a game, it was an experience. It was nostalgia. But now it feels like PlayStation is slowly trying to erase that experience forever. With every new console generation, physical media is becoming less important. Digital editions are being pushed harder than ever. Disc drives are becoming optional accessories, and it honestly feels like we're heading toward a future where PlayStation games won't even come on discs anymore. I think that's one of the worst things that could happen to gaming. Now let's be honest, this isn't really about convenience. Sony will tell you digital games are easier, faster, more accessible, and yeah, downloading a game without leaving your sofa is convenient, but convenience always comes at a cost. When you buy a digital game, you don't really own it. You're buying a license that depends on servers staying online, your account existing, and companies deciding to keep that game available. With a physical disc, you actually own something. You can hold it, display it, lend it to a friend, sell it when you're done, or buy it second-hand. None of that exists with digital purchases. Once you buy digitally, you're locked into that ecosystem forever. Then there's the issue of game prices. We were told digital games would be cheaper because there's no manufacturing, no shipping, and no retails taking a cut. So why are digital games still £70? And sometimes even £80? In many cases, physical copies become cheaper within weeks because retailers compete with each other. Digital stores rarely have that same competition. If discs disappear, Sony controls the entire marketplace. No finding bargains at your local shop and far less competition to keep prices down. That's something that should concern every gamer. For me though, the biggest thing we're losing isn't even the money, it's the memories. Think back to being a kid and getting a PlayStation game for your birthday or at Christmas. Peeling off that plastic wrap, opening the case for the first time, maybe reading through the manual while the game installed and hearing that familiar PlayStation startup sign as you inserted the disc. Those moments became part of the excitement. They're impossible to recreate with a download bar. Nobody gets nostalgic about clicking purchase on a digital store. Gaming has become disposable. Your entire collection now lives inside a menu. No shelves filled with games, no artwork, no boxes reminding you of your favourite adventures. Years ago, you could walk into someone's room and instantly know what kind of gamer they were just by looking at their collection. Whether it was Gran Turismo, Metal Gear Solid, The Last of Us, Need for Speed, or even Call of Duty, every case represented hours of memories. Now it's just rows of icons on a screen. It feels empty. Collectors are losing out as well. Physical editions have been a huge part of gaming culture. Steelbooks, collector's editions, special artwork, limited releases. They weren't just games, they were keepsakes. Years later, some become so valuable because they represent a moment in gaming history. Digital games don't have that same feeling. You can't display them, pass them down, or rediscover them years later in the attic. Once servers shut down or licenses expire, they're simply gone. Game preservation is another major concern. Gaming history shouldn't depend entirely on corporate servers staying online forever. We've already seen digital storefronts close and games disappear, making them impossible for new players to buy. Physical media has always acted as a safety net for preserving gaming history. Without discs, what happens decades from now? Will future gamers still be able to experience today's classics, or will they vanish because a company decided it was no longer worth supporting them? I'm not saying digital gaming should disappear. It absolutely has its own place. It's fantastic for indie games and quick purchases and downloading titles instantly without leaving the house. The problem isn't digital itself, it's losing that choice, that freedom. Right now it feels like the industry wants to remove physical gaming altogether instead of letting players decide how they want to buy their games, how they want to progress in this industry, how they want to game. That's not progress, that's taking options away. Gaming has always been about passion. People collect games because they love them. They display them because they're proud of the memories attached to them. Every game case tells a story about a different chapter of your life. When discs disappear, part of gaming culture disappears with them. Future generations won't know the excitement of midnight launches, swapping games with friends, or building a collection over years. Instead, everything becomes another digital purchase tied to another online account. Maybe I'm just nostalgic. Maybe this is simply the direction technology is heading. Just like CDs and DVDs. Before it, I was hooked with the VHSs and didn't want the DVDs to come out. But gaming feels different. Games aren't just films or music. They're experiences. We invest hundreds of hours into them. They're memories shared with friends and family. Physical copies made those memories feel permanent. Digital games, by comparison, often feel temporary. If PlayStation eventually stops making disc-based games altogether, I genuinely think it would be one of the saddest moments in gaming history. Not because downloading games is bad, but because we'll lose something that made gaming feel special. The excitement, the collecting, the ownership and the nostalgia. And once that's gone, I don't think we'll ever get it back. So what do you think? Would you still buy a PlayStation if it became completely digital? Or do physical games still matter to you? And there we go, guys. I mean, what do you guys think? Seriously, what do you guys think about Sony stopping physical copies? I think it's absolutely awful. Maybe I'm old, maybe I love the nostalgia, but to me, I love a physical copy. I love that feeling, but I don't know if it's the younger generation that don't mind it, and we do. Let me know, comment below. I'd love to know. And if you like this video as well, please hit that subscribe button.